Well, I'm Ranger Kooky, and today we're talking about containers for the 7 C's or whatever C's you want to come to. What's the most important thing you can have on your person? Water. Without water, you live about 3 days without water. Now, this container can come in different varieties and sizes and colors and metals and plastics. Here's a water container. Now you can get a smart water bottle and you can put your soil on top of it, which is very good. They got other type of materials like this one right here. It's small. And they got the ones that look like coffee containers where you can just pour your liquid out after you got some hot coffee or some hot water to cook your food with. They got different types of other containers. Now remember, you want a container that you can have multiple use for it. Now, a container that you can use fire on has to be something like one of these. It's not double lined. It's only one line. You can put this in the fire with the lid off because you'll blow up, blow yourself up if put pressure in here to boil your water or get whatever you need to get cooked. See, here's another one that you can put in the fire with no problem, if I'm not mistaken. As long as it's not double lined, you can put it in the fire. Now, carrying containers, doesn't matter what size it is, as long as you got some water with you. Here's another container for, let's say you're going camping at a big camp. You want more water with you. Now, some places might have water there, like a park or car camping. If you went car camping to a different park, you might not have to bring all these containers or a container. You can just bring a plastic cup. Now, containers can be used for multiple use for cooking, like this one right here. There's a little cook pot. I can cook with this and eat my food out of here. Got a little lid to go with it. Then you get a little combination. You can put something like that. And that goes into a sleeve. I forgot to bring my bags over here for these things right here. But this is what I like to use when I go camping. Especially this one right here. This one can hold your liquid cold or hot for multiple of hours. 4 hours for hot, I think, if I'm not mistaken, and 3 hours for cold. I usually use these for my teas when I first get in my vehicle to go somewhere. Before I get to the place, I have 2 or 3 of these full with ice and tea, so I have something to drink on my way to the camps. Now, remember, you want to get something that can handle the stress of moving back and forth on your bag, because if you don't, it will just pop off. You can't use this unless it's very strong, but this will just break. Plastic handles like this might last if you get the right type, like a real bottle that can be handled. And what y'all doing behind me? All right, also about these green cups, I learned that putting hot water in one of these and drinking out of it is a bad idea. So maybe you want to grab a green cup. Some people bring a coffee cup. Now, in the middle of the woods, you could find a creek or a pond or some type of water source. Fill your bottle up, then filter it. Now, if you don't have one of these items, if you have one of these, you could also use one of these condoms as a water container. Yes, you can use one of these as a water container if you have nothing of sorts. And if you want to carry like nothing into the camping area or backpacking, just carry a couple of these. It won't hurt. And there you go. This is containers, part 2. The most important container you might want to bring in your arsenal, because without water, In 3 days, you'll be really dehydrated and die of starvation. Listen to me, starvation. So here's one of the containers. Is a must, I believe, has to be on your bag or inside your bag or at your camp at all times. I know you're not going to carry this 20-pound water jug with you, but if you went car camping or you got a base camp, might be recommended. Or you can leave that in your vehicle and go back and fill up one of your small containers to put in your bag. So there you go, folks. Containers for liquids to keep you dehydrated without water in 3 days. You can end your life with so. Now remember, there's different sizes and different shapes. Like this little flask here. Now it looks like it's made to be carried. And it looks like it's well made, well built. See, there's a little iron in there, or steel, so keep you from breaking this. I would not recommend hanging this off your bag. That will definitely be killer. Now you can use these as cashews. You go on down a trail that you know of, you can put one of these in a stash area. So when you get to that location, you have fresh water. Now, bringing your filter system also is part of the C's, but we're going to talk about that later. Right now, we're talking about these type of containers that you might want to bring with you. And right here is like a little lemon juice. So if you have to get some water out of a creek, you boil it or you sift it or vice versa, and the water tastes like crap, bring a little lemon juice or some type of flavor juice or something to make the water taste a little bit palatable. Now remember, there's containers that double line. You don't want to bring those if you don't have multiple use. Like I said before, this one has multiple use. You could throw this in a fire. You know, not in the fire, but place it by the fire, heat up the water. This is another one you can probably do. I think it's not double insulated. But anything's double insulated, you do not want to put near or on a fire. Each one might carry a different amount of water. Even a plastic water bottle will help you. If you don't got those, you can just buy these for $1.99. Now, some people drink coffee. They might want to bring one of these coffee mugs or the green cup. And also like how these set into one another. So there's the overall container for liquids. Like I said, there's different sizes, different textures, plastic to metal. The bigger size, in case you got to go back to camp or you find a base camp and you want to settle down, there you go. You leave that in your vehicle, fill up, come back. Or your cache aids. You can use these as cache aids. Put that in the trail that you know you're going to be walking through. And hide this in the trail. When you get to that spot, you have some water for you, so you don't have to use your sifter or a source to filter water. You already have water in your trail, cache of water. So that's about it. I think I cover everything on this part of containers. My favorite container is right here. I used to put tea in here. Then I had a bag with insulated line on it, so it keeps it cold for a long period of time. And there you go. Containers. The second part, the most important item to have in your backpack or traveling or whatever you're doing, make sure you always have some type of container full of liquid water or whatever you like or enjoy. I love this one. I've been using that one for a long time, and it fits in the ice box very well. And I do fill it up with some tea. All right, I'm Ranger Kooky. See you next video. Boop, boop.